Morning. It's Friday, November 24th, the day after Thanksgiving. And I hope all of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving with friends, family, with good food, that you didn't have to travel too far and everything worked out okay. It's always a great day, Thanksgiving. It's the one major opportunity in this country for everybody to gather in one place and have one thing on their mind. Maybe two things. A good turkey dinner and a bunch of happy people surrounding you. And I hope that's what all of you had. In any event, one person had a very good Thanksgiving, and that's Sam Altman, because he's back on the job as the head man at the company that he helped found, OpenAI. And the board of directors that fired him, all of those guys and girls, with one exception, left realizing that they had made a mistake. So, Sam is back, and the company employees rejoiced when they heard that. Now, it's obvious to me that Sam was an exceptional boss, because there's something like 700 people who were working for the company, and most of them, 90% of them, were ready to quit and follow Sam to Microsoft. And Microsoft happened not only to be his new employer, temporarily anyhow, but a major contributor, a major funder of OpenAI. He got his job back because of the campaign that was waged by his allies, the employees, and the investors in the company. And as I said, most of the board of directors was gone, and that will be overhauled. There was only one person that was left on that board. So the return of Greg Brockman, who was the company's president, along with Sam, ended a frantic 5 days in the life of OpenAI. And now it's looking forward, looking to move ahead, replacing the missing individuals on the board. And Altman said in the post that he loved OpenAI, and I love everything that I have done in the past few days to keep this team and this mission together. And the mission is to make OpenAI one of the great companies in the world. They're well on their way to being that. But in order to continue this journey, everything has to be in sync. And the board of directors has to be a much more intelligent group than this past group. So one of the things that sort of slowed down Sam Altman's return to the office, so to speak, was that they couldn't figure out what the composition of a new board was going to be. A board that was going to work in tandem with Mr. Altman and Mr. Brockman. Now, I'm not saying that the board should be giving everything, should be listening and agreeing with everything that Altman and Brockman say, but they have to lean toward that. They can't go off on tangents on their own and think that they know more than the actual people who are doing the physical work that's going on. And obviously, Altman and Brockman were doing a great job because of the loyalty of all their employees. It's hard to run a company with 700 people and having 90% of them on your side. That is not an easy thing to do, and I can speak from experience. No matter how good you are, there's always 10% of the operational force that are basically dissenters. They're never satisfied with everything that's going on. But it was clear in this particular case that the employees were loyal to Altman and Brockman, and they appreciated the opportunity to work for OpenAI and the opportunity to do great things in the field of chatbots. So the board didn't understand that. They did not understand the atmosphere that had been created within the OpenAI company, the camaraderie and the willingness to go all out for Altman and Brockman, their leaders. And so the old board stepped down. They voluntarily kind of stepped down because they recognized that they made a big boo-boo. In fact, a couple of board members, when they were stepping down, recognized the fact that the company needed a fresh start and that they couldn't afford to stand in the way of letting this company grow according to Altman's plans. So they stepped down because also they did not want the world to think that the board had erred, had made a mistake, even though they collectively think they did the right thing. An example of how much the employees liked working at OpenAI is the fact that many employees had been given the week off for Thanksgiving. But a lot of them stayed in the office, stayed glued to their screens. I don't know whether they're talking about television screens or their computer screens, because they wanted to follow the drama. They wanted to see how this episode in their lives was going to end. And at the end, one employee said, "Thank God that we're back in office, that we're back in action." And then at the end, Altman said, "I hope you have a lovely Thanksgiving," to one reporter that was hanging around. So it looks like Altman is a good guy, a guy who understands people and a guy that understands the jobs that they were doing, and a guy that understands the mission of the company that he created. And that's an unusual thing. In many cases. In many cases, you have bosses who really don't understand the companies they work for. They're there for a different reason. Maybe they're there to give the company some kind of image or to run the advertising or to do other things. But many bosses don't really know what's going on in the trenches. They don't understand what the workers really have to do. But obviously, Altman is not that kind of leader, not that kind of boss. He must understand everything that's going on, and he must have ideas that the employees appreciate. Because loyalty at 70 or 80% of a company is not usual in my experience. And I'm not talking about the 10% who are always dissenting. I'm talking about the general population. Even if you have 50% of the people, that's a lot, that's good. But to have 70 or 80 or 90% of the employees in your pocket, so to speak, is a great accomplishment. So I think OpenAI will be a leader in the AI world. And recently I had a wonderful experience with AI. I had to create a list for a meeting that I was moderating. And I did it with AI because I couldn't manufacture the list that I needed from all the different pieces of information that I had to go through. But AI did it 30 seconds because I couldn't assemble the facts correctly in any other way. So AI is important, and let's hope that this company stays on the right track. Have a great day. Bye.